Hey everybody, this is a tutorial on Pascal programming on the Silken channel, and today we're gonna solve another task from the school classes on Pascal programming. And what I wanted to tell you is that I've probably led you astray in the preceding lessons because I've said that because I've confused the even and odd numbers. So the even numbers are those that are divisible without remainder by 2. So that in the task 2, we first rewrite odd numbers into the array D. In the array Y, those numbers from the array D that are odd, and the odd numbers aren't divisible by 2 without remainder, so that the remainder is something except for the 0. So that the odd numbers aren't divisible by 2 without remainder. And the other numbers, the numbers that are divisible by 3 without remainder, we place into the array X. So the whole task will look like this. So the not equals sign here. The task 3 probably says that we'll need to write into the array A elements of array Y that have even indexes. So the even indexes are those that are divisible by 2 without remainder. So the remainder is 0 because without remainder are even, and those that are odd numbers into the array B. So the odd numbers aren't divisible without remainder, so the remainder exists and something except for the 0, so these are for odd numbers. Odd numbers, the remainder is something except for the 0 when dividing by 2. So here's the third task. But if we look at the task 4, we can see that we had to rewrite the X array first by the even numbers and then by odd numbers. So the first were our even numbers. Even numbers are those numbers that are divisible by 2 without remainder. So we try to put them down. So we wanted for the even numbers to be first, to go first. So we rewrite the X array first, placing the even numbers and then placing the odd numbers. So what we've been doing here is that we checked if our number that goes before is an odd number. So first even and then the odd number. So if the number under the index -1, so the number that goes below the first number. If this number is odd and the first number that goes above is an even, then we would need to swap them, because we need this even number to go before the odd number. So we swapped, we put it the place, put the value to the temp variable, put the value of the above number to the temp variable. And I'm sorry for the sound if you can hear this. I'm resulted. That's my neighbors probably doing some stuff. I don't know whether you can hear them or not, but the but the but the but the what we replaced the our even number that goes above by odd number, but because we need the even number to go below, and the odd number our even number, our odd number, I meant, we replace it by the initial value of our even number, so that even number gone below and the odd number gone, or maybe the odd number went above and the even number went below. That's it. I mean, the first go even numbers that are below, and the second go odd numbers that are above. And I've also replaced the display function to be working in a line, to show our arrays in a line, to display our arrays in one line. So those are even numbers first, and then the odd numbers the second. Yeah, that's like this. Task 4. The fifth task probably didn't even have like the even or odd numbers, neither even neither even nor odd numbers, just those that are dividable the remainder by 3 and the rest. So the fifth task didn't even have those odd even numbers, and the task 6 was to enter one-dimensional array R and rewrite the even numbers into the C and then odd numbers. So the first goal, the even numbers that are divisible by 2 without remainder, so the remainder is 0, and then the odd numbers where the remainder is something except for the 0 here. Yeah. And I've also tried to display them in a line. So the first go the even numbers and then go odd numbers, as was asked in our task 6. So first even, and then the odd. Display those arrays on the screen, one per line. Yeah, so that's like this. It goes like this, and now we can finally try to now we finally got to our 7th task, and let's try to solve the 7th task. Well, we what we need here is we have like a one-dimensional array of integers x, and we need to rewrite those elements from the x array that are prime numbers one by one into the array C and the rest into the array D. Show these two arrays on the screen one per line. So let's say we'll have here a C index that will show us what's the last index of the value that are stored inside of our C array, and the index is the variable that will show us what's the last value of the array D. So first we sort the array X with the ascending order, so from 0 to 10 in our case, in our particular case, and we've declared here some loop that determines if the number is prime or not. So if the number is prime, it can be divided by any number between 2 and this number without reminder. I mean, this number is prime if it can't be divided by any number except for 1 and itself without reminder. So if the reminder is 0 and if it can be divided by any number except for itself and 1, then it's not a prime number. And I've used the ABS function here for our loop to work and for this number to be positive. So if the number is positive, then we can iterate through our loop. And now we will need to place the IBS, this number inside of the C array. As far as I understand, the C array, let's see, for I equals first to last, do the following. Well, let's try to maybe then, so we don't really need the is prime here, although let's leave it for the future. And well, let's just comment this line and this line as well. Let's compile this and see if it works or not. And this line also, let's comment on. To begin, something is wrong here. Can change value of loop variable. Oh yeah, we'll need to use the k variable here. And here also the k variable, because there should be like two different loop variables. We can't use the same variable for two loops. And yeah, let's place the new variable inside of the C array under the C index, so that it equals x k, our number that is stored inside of the X array, and let's increase the C index by 1 because we want our values to follow each other in the ascending order one by one. The order doesn't have any relation to our index, just the following sequence. In the sequence, the for the purpose of sequence, we increase the C index. And also those elements that aren't prime numbers, we store them inside of the D array. So let's try to do the same trick, but for the D array, array D, and let's compile. So now we can output our array. So let's now maybe display the X array. I'm just copying the code from the preceding example to write D array, X array, and the C array. So yeah, let's compile this control now. So let's try to display those arrays, and it doesn't show the C array because we need to replace this by 0, by not equals probably. No. What's our mistake here? What is our mistake here is that determine if it's a prime number. I might be doing something wrong here. Well, you know what? Let's use a function. Let's use a function from the Google code, function prime, and let's place it above our code, maybe after var. Yeah, let's use the function prime that are found in Google. And instead of our f and the stuff, let's say prime x k. Yeah, something like this. If it's prime number, then write it into the C array. By the way, there's D index, C index. Yeah, let's control F9 and F9. Nothing's happening here. Oh yeah, by the way, we don't need the for loop here. Control F9 and F9. Nothing's happening here. Control F9, F9. Compile. And what's the problem here? Index is out of range. Index is out of range. The index well, let's say -1. It's working. But we still can see the C array. If the x case prime, if it's prime number, so let's debug this shit. Know what's wrong here. Let's just debug it. like x. Oh, you know what? It's we just didn't initialize our array. This is the thing. We'll need to initialize it first because we don't have any number in it. From I equals first to last, the begin and let's say x under the index I equals I and control F9 and F9, so that our numbers from C are the prime numbers and the G array has the order numbers that aren't prime. Yeah, something like this. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah, good luck, guys, in the world of programming. And yeah, subscribe to my channel if it helped you. If it has been helpful for you, place a thumb up. If it was helpful, if you like it, and place a thumb down if I led you astray and did some that you didn't like and you don't like this video at all. So just so if you're a guy that aren't familiar with my videos and what I'm doing here, so place a thumb up and unsubscribe from my channel, maybe write some hate comments here down below. Yeah, so but if you were familiar, if it helps, if I put some useful information out of your head, if it helps you to solve your problem, then you'll probably want to place a thumb up and subscribe to my channel. Yeah, good luck in the world of programming. Keep it up and stay tuned.